Hi everyone. Wow, that was a little creepy, wasn't it? I'm here. I know you're all excited to see me. Yes, it's been about 5 months since you've seen me. Most of you have heard from me, however, because you've been keeping in touch and you've been a little worried. But those who have kept in touch know that I've been going through a lot of stuff, and it seems like everything's finally calming down, and I'm ready to come back. So today I figured I would talk to you guys a little bit about where I've been, because I've been gone for so long. And I'm just going to do a really short tag because I was tagged to do a tag. I know, I'm still my same old weird self. Yes, I was tagged to do a tag by Leah, and I don't know her last name, how you pronounce that, but I'm going to try. I think it's Lichtenstein, but I'll put it on below my channel here, and you could check out her channel. And thank you for tagging me. I'm sorry I haven't returned everybody's comments or their messages to me. Things have been pretty hectic. So I'll go back to the beginning where you last saw me. I was doing pretty okay. I was doing well, and I had a doctor's appointment. Now, don't think I'm dying. Like, I know that was totally a stupid way to start this, but I did. I had a doctor's appointment, and I went and saw my neurologist, and he totally decided it was time for me to reduce drastically one of my medications I was taking. Now, without explanation, just it's time for you to start coming off those meds. This medication is pretty much the only medication, besides another one, that has helped me since I was in my car accident and I had my surgery, and I have blinding headaches almost daily if I'm not on this medication. But it causes really bad side effects for me. Like, it makes me a little ditzy, I guess you can call it, and just silly and all that stuff. But he decided it was time for me to reduce it. So I agreed, and pretty much within the first week of stopping or falling back on that medication, I had really bad side effects. I got sick, and I got very grumpy, and I would have a headache like every day, and I mean like a bad headache. I was on the couch all the time. I couldn't do anything. I didn't want to function. I just did not feel well. But that doctor is not exactly the nicest doctor I've ever been to. And I know this is going to sound really stupid, but I was kind of afraid to call him and say, hey, listen, this isn't working out. Can we maybe up the dose again? So I know it was stupid, and looking back on it, I should have just either went to my regular doctor right away, or I should have called him and told him, listen, I'm going to go back on my regular dose because this isn't working out. But I waited until July, which that was in April, May, June, July. That was 3 months. I went through 3 months of hell and pain and just not being myself, to talk to my regular doctor about what happened. And he said, yes, you need to be on this medication if it's working for you. I don't know why he would have done that, and he put me back on my med. So I go back on my medication, and just bad things start happening in the family, and my husband's side of the family. His great uncle had a massive heart attack, and he almost died. He actually did die twice on the table, and that was very bad for us. We're pretty close to him, so it was hard, and I had to deal with that. And I wasn't myself, you know. Going back on the medication, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I was high as a kite for probably 3 weeks. And I mean, 24 hours a day, I was just, I mean, even my mother was just like, oh my God, what's wrong with you? And I mean, she thought it was silly because she knew it was my medication side effects, but it just made me, whoa. You know, I didn't want to sit in front of the camera and be like, woo, even though you guys might have liked that. So then, you know, by that time, it's August, and I have my son for 2 weeks for vacation in August, 2 straight weeks, so I'm taking care of him for the first week here. We have a swimming pool, so I'm doing things with him with the pool, and his little friends are coming over and all that stuff. And then I go on vacation to Maine the last week of August, so I was in Maine. And we come back, and the first week of September, my husband's uncle passed away. Now, it wasn't the one that had the heart attack in July, it was his uncle, his dad's brother, and that was extremely hard because we were very close to him. And it's hard to see someone you're close to go through something like that, and it just, life has been very hard. But now it just seems like everything's calming down. Everything's gonna be back to normal soon. I hope nothing else is gonna happen. Fall is here in New Jersey. We're getting nice cool weather and I love fall. I can't wait to tell you guys this. I'm going to a Sarah Brightman concert on Sunday and I'm gonna actually meet her. My husband got backstage passes. It's his anniversary gift to me and I'm very excited for that. Yay! So that's pretty much what's going on in my life. The abridged version, I could probably go in and talk like for 30 minutes about everything and then some. But I don't think you guys just, you know, I'm not one to like bitch and moan constantly, so I don't want to. But things have been hard and I'm back. I generally like to do tag videos when I come back from a long break because it's easy and they're quick, and this one is 6 questions, but I can't promise you that's going to be extremely fast because I like to talk. But if this video, let me see how long it is now. Oh yeah, it's pretty long so far. But if this video is really long, at least you get to see me for a long time. You haven't seen me in a long time, so yay. As always with all tag videos that I do, I tag the usual people and you guys know who you are. And again, I apologize to anybody whose videos I haven't watched or commented on. I will have plenty of time coming up in the future to do that, and I'm so sorry, and I do love you guys. Big hug, okay? I do have cross-stitch updates finally for everybody. I mean, I know you guys have been checking on me. I haven't been consistent with telling you guys what I'm up to, but I think I explained myself very well what's going on. So I wasn't cross-stitching like that entire time. I took a break and I didn't feel like it. I know it's bad to not do the things you like to do when you're not feeling well, but I did take a break. But I finally do have things to show you guys, and I will do that next. It will be in my next video, I promise. This tag is called the Scariest Things Tags Questions. There's 6 questions. I feel it's very appropriate to do this around this time of year. Halloween's coming up. Yay, we love Halloween. And like I said, I was tagged by Leah. Hi Leah! Thank you for you know, giving me all your comments and tagging me in this video, and I tag all you guys to do this video. This first question is your scariest real life experience. Now, the way they worded that is it's your non-paranormal experience, but I consider paranormal experiences to be real life. But it's hard for me. There's like 2 that I can consider my real scariest real life experiences, and one's really funny when you get to the end of it, and one is just terrifying for me or anybody who's claustrophobic. But I'm a very big claustrophobe, so I'll tell you that one first. When I was first in my accident, it took me 8 months for the insurance company to approve the MRI to see what was going on in my neck, why I was in so much pain 8 months after the accident. So I went to the MRI place and I'm all set, and I get in my little, they give you a little gown, and he's like, here's headphones, I'm gonna play music, you want rock music? And I'm like, yeah, give me some rock music. I put them on and I lay down. He's like, he says this to me, okay? Already, I don't like tight spaces, but I've never been in an MRI. He says, it's gonna be really tight in there and you're gonna hear a lot of really loud banging like a jackhammer. It's okay, if you need me, just press this little thing. Don't be afraid. I don't know why he says this to me. That's a really stupid thing to say off the bat, because of course you go in there and you're thinking, oh my God, this is horrible. So what I should have done is I should have just relaxed and kept my eyes shut, because if I did that, I would have been fine. But of course I go in there and I'm like, my eyes are wide open. I'm like, oh my God, it's like a little coffin. And I freaked out and I couldn't deal with it, because if you've ever had a closed MRI, it's like this. Like, I don't know if you can see, but you're like this with the wall, which is probably really like that, but for me it's like that, you know. So I freaked out. I couldn't, he didn't even start it. He did not even start the MRI when I was like, get me out of here. And I beeped, and he's like, can I help you? And I'm like, get me out of this thing. So he got me out of that thing, and I freaked out and I cried and I was scared. And I cried all the way home, and I cried when I got home, because I was that scared of that little tight space. That was freaking scary. My second scariest experience, it was only scary for like 10 seconds, but it's also funny. So before I met my husband, and after I broke up with my ex, you know, before him, I went on a couple dates. I was on a dating site and I met a guy online, and he seemed like a cool guy and all that. And you know, we went out on a date and we went to Chili's, the restaurant, and we were eating. And I mean, he seemed like a real jerk. He was putting everybody down in the restaurant around us. Oh, look at that person, and she's so fat. You know, it's like, and I'm not like that at all. I'm like, you're an asshole. So we're done eating, and by the way, he bought like an appetizer for us to share, and that's what we got to eat. Like, okay, guy. Anyways, so we're in his car and he's driving me back to where we met. And we should have met at the restaurant, because when I tell you what happened, you guys are gonna be like, you're so dumb to get in his car. But we get back to the parking lot where we met. So we were talking, and he was talking about how I told him I liked, you know, classical singers like Sarah Brightman and all that. I mentioned her earlier. And he's like, yeah, I like her, and I like Andre Bocelli, but I really like opera singers. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. You don't meet a lot of guys around here who like that kind of music. I'm impressed, but I still didn't want to, you know, go out because he was an asshole. But I'm sitting in his car and we're talking and everything's going okay, and all of a sudden I'm just sitting there and the doors lock. He hits the freaking lock on his side of the door. So I'm just sitting there and the doors lock. So being a single woman and you're out on a date with a guy and you're in a dark parking lot and he locks the freaking doors, what are you gonna think? He's gonna either kill you or rape you or both. And I'm just like, I'm like, is this guy fucking real? And I look at him and I'm like, and he's putting a CD in a CD player. The music starts and it's opera music, and I'm like, he's gonna murder me to opera music. All of a sudden he starts belting out opera and he starts singing, and I'm like, what is going on? He locked me in his car so I wouldn't get out when he started singing opera music to me, and I'm like, wow, this guy's really, really weird. Honestly, it was funny, and thinking about it, it was funny, but when he locked those doors, I was like scared shitless for like 3 seconds until he started singing, and then I was just amused, and I couldn't wait to go home and call my best friend and tell her about it, because that had to have been the funniest thing that ever happened to me. Weird. The second question is your scariest paranormal experience. Guys, I have a video about this online on YouTube, and I cannot tell you this in like 10 seconds, and I already made this video so long, so I'm gonna refer you to the video. I'll put it right here. Basically, it has a lot to do with me going to a graveyard, bringing something home, going back to the graveyard, apologizing, leaving it there the second time I went. So if you want, you guys can go watch that video, and that's my scariest paranormal experience. I can't tell it in like 2 minutes. It's just, ugh. Number 3, scariest movie you've ever seen. Alright, a lot of people make fun of me for this because they don't think it's that scary, but The Hills Have Eyes, the remake from 2000 and whatever it came out, but I hate that movie. I hate any kind of movie with any mutant kind of people who are murdering. Backwoods Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of, The Hills Have Eyes, mutant, scary, chainsawing, killing, raping people. No. But The Hills Have Eyes, it scared me so bad. I saw it in the theater and I was so sick and just scared that I almost threw up, and I've never seen it again since. Ever. And I won't, because no. No. Number 4, are you afraid of the dark? Why or why not? No, I'm not afraid of the dark. I could walk straight through a dark house without any issue, my house or whatever. I'm gonna say why not is because where I grew up in my parents' house, there wasn't a lot of lighting at night. It's a very old house, but you know, the original lighting was there pretty much. So if you wanted to go from your room downstairs, unless somebody left the light in the hall on downstairs, which usually we didn't, because we were all just used to the dark, you just felt your way down. Nobody ever got hurt, so it was just always dark. I can tell you guys that this one thing, and please don't make fun of me because of it, but I'm terrified of thunder and lightning. I don't know what it is, it's the sound or whatnot, but I don't know. I hate thunder and lightning. The next question is, does your hometown have any scary stories or legends? Yes, my hometown does have a scary story or legend. We have a mansion that was built, I think I told you guys this story, and I don't remember exactly when it was built, the early 1900s, called the Colby Mansion. And the legend is that Mr. Colby killed his family, his wife and his children, and he lined their heads up on the fireplace and then committed suicide, you know, the mantle. So the Colby Mansion, when I was growing up and my brothers and sisters was growing up, was haunted. It was run down. It was abandoned. Nobody go near there. I know I told this story on here. And there was actually signs up that says if you go trespassing, you'll get shot. And the legend was you'll get shot with a salt gun. So it's salt pellets and it'll hurt you, but it won't kill you. Now it's a bed and breakfast. And it's all fancy and happy and there's no ghosts and, you know. The legend of Colby killing his family isn't true. His grave, his wife's grave, and I believe it was the groundskeeper grave is back on the property still. I should go back there one day and talk to the people who own the bed and breakfast and say, can I just get some pictures of this, please? And they'd probably let me. But yes, that's my hometown ghost legend, is the Colby Mansion is haunted, but they turned it into bed and breakfast, so it's not as fun anymore, and I don't think like my son's generation will know that that's scary. It's like a bed and breakfast. However, around me, we have a lot of haunted roads. We have a road called Ghost Pony Road in my town. We have Shades of Death Road is in a town next to mine. We have Clinton Road, which is one of the most haunted roads in America, is very close to where I live. Number 6, what is your favorite urban legend? This is hard. This is hard because I believe most urban legends. How do you like that? As of right now, I'm gonna say the Black-Eyed Kids because I can't say yes or no that they're real. So many people have reported the Black-Eyed Kids, but that scares the living crap out of me. Basically what the Black-Eyed Kids are is so many people around the country and around the world have reported just these kids with solid black eyes, like the whites of their eyes and the pupil and everything is black, and they ring your doorbell or they come up to you when you're in your car and they ask to be let into your car or your house. And you just get this very bad feeling when you're around them, and you know they're not good, and they have solid black eyes, and they're very, very demanding to be let into your house. They're not like, oh, you jerk, you let me in. They're just, let us in, you know, creepy shit. I don't like that. I have to say the Black-Eyed Kids, yes, until it's proven that it's really, really, really real, I'm gonna say it's a legend because I don't know if it's real right now, but that's gotta be my favorite. Yes. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed seeing me, and I will be back. Like I said, I will post my next video. I'll do a cross stitch update because I do have a lot of friends who love my cross stitching and they want to see an update from me. My son is back in school now, so it's easier for me to make videos during the day. I don't think I have a lot coming up, except I do have a concert I'm going to. That's Sunday. So it might be next week, it might be the week after. I can't promise next week. So I hope to see you guys soon and hear from you. Please do the tag, and thank you for watching. Bye. I'm like really hot right now. I feel like I'm like in the spotlight. Silly. You know, down. Ouch. You know, what did I tell you, phone?